67 years ago, women waged war against a repressive, racist government. In fact, today, that battle continues, but against patriarchy and male aggression. In fact, the women of KwaZulu-Natal face the worst of the scourge of gender-based violence in the country. KwaMashu is the hotspot of the province for GBV and Femicide. KZN Premier Nomusa Dube-Ncube is observing Women's Day in the township. Our reporter Lethiwe Mdluli is also there and joins us live right now. Happy Women's Day, Lethiwe. You are there. I imagine there is a hive of activity where you are right now. Please bring us in.
Thank you so much, William. Of course, we are in KwaMashu Township, and as you mentioned, it's one of the hotspots for gender-based violence and also femicide. And the Premier Nomusa Dube-Ncube has decided to commemorate this day here, where she's going to be reminding women of the importance of this day and also share what government is trying to do to try and fight the scourge. The police statistics that are released every year show that neighboring townships of KwaMashu are also a problem. One of the neighboring townships is eNCA, and you'd remember that we've been to that township numerous times, and the police have said that these townships are trouble areas. But right now I want to speak to the women of KwaMashu and find out what exactly this day means to them. I'm now joined by Mdluli. I want to talk to her because she's coming from the faith side of things. I want to hear from her side, from her point of view, what she thinks of this day. Ma, thank you so much for joining us at eNCA. You know, this township and neighboring townships are dealing with gender-based violence, they're dealing with femicide, they're dealing with rape. These are some of the problems that women in these townships are faced with. What do you think needs to be done? Do you think a lot has been done to try and fight the scourge in these townships, or more needs to be done?
Ngiyabonga kakhulu, ngibonga ukuba ingxenye yohlelo la eNCA namhlanje kuyilanga lo mama imbokodi ivukile endaweni ezahlukahlukene. Sijabule sinjalo si celebrate umzabalazo owenziwa ngo1956 whereby omama baphuma bagcwala italadi belwela inkululeko yomuntu wesifazane. Yebo, they've done a lot, kuningi osekwenzakalile esikholelo ukuthi it has brought us thus far. Kubhlungu ke ukuthi as much as belwa kwachitheka igazi ngesinye isikhathi, but njengamanje sisayibona incindezelo isahleli emahlombe omuntu wesifazane. Umuntu wesifazane akakakhululeki uma engakabi nayo i-economic freedom. Ukukhululeka komuntu wesifazane ukuthi akwazi ukuthi uma efuna ukukhokhela ingane esikoleni angasweli ukuthi ingane uyisa ngane esikoleni. Ukukhululeka komuntu wesifazane ukuthi makufanele athengele abantwana isinkwa angaphuma agcwala inkalo. Okubhlungu nje ukhuluma ngendawo yakaMashu, indawo lapho ngempela mawukhuluma ngabantu besifazane aba strong, ngabantu besifazane abahlalile emzabalazweni, abaningi babo baqhamuka khona. Ngeke ngisabababuleke ngamagama. Ngiyakholwa ukuthi uma le program ila izothulisa lesi sihlaba, akuseyi kuba khona umuntu wesifazane igazi lakhe elichithekayo ngenxa yokuthi umuntu wesifazane uhleli endaweni ahleli kuyona. Omunye akasathanda, omunye uyafisa mhlawumbe ukuphumela ngaphandle ayosho ukuthi ngiyahlukumezeka, but just because i-source of income itholakala la ekhaya, just because of i-shelter uyithola la, uma ephuma la akazi mhlawumbe ukuthi uzophuma bhekephi. Hence abanye mhlawumbe uthola ukuthi ugcine usesendaweni yokuthi agcine aze abulawe aqhajwe. Uyibonile is because i-gender based violence ayenzeki same time kuyikhathi ibonakala njengamanje. It manifests after a lot of attempts and signal. Kunento esithi ama red flags ekufanele ngabe ubona ngako ukuthi lo muntu uyakuhlukumeza, but sithola abantu besifazane bephansi kwencindezi ngenxa yokungakhululeki economically. Umuntu akwazi ukuzimela, ahlala bekezele, omunye azalahlekelwe impilo yakhe.
Do you believe that our government has done enough to try and free women from these scourges? Do you think that government needs to do more? I mean, we're always seeing celebrations or commemorations during this time of the year or on this day. But after this day, do you think that they need to do more, or they've just basically done nothing?
Ngiyakholelwa ukuthi kukhulu okwenziwa uhulumeni wethu. Ake ngikhulume nje ngeKwaZulu-Natal. IKwaZulu-Natal kuyimanje the decisive roles ehleli kuyo uPremier waKwaZulu-Natal umuntu wesifazane. Okusho ukuthi uma sikhuluma ngento ye-equality ukuthi umuntu wesifazane uyakwazi ukuhlala esihlalweni esikwazi ukuthatha inqumo. Okusho ukuthi iKwaZulu-Natal has done so much ukuthi umuntu wesifazane akwazi ukuthi angene kwi-level le ebisatshwa yaziwa njengendawo yabantu besilisa. I do believe ukuthi uhulumeni has done so much. Kunama organization amaningi esisebenza nawo silekelelana no Department of Social Development izinto zabantu besifazane where they are fully supported. I do believe ukuthi much has been done, but yes, there is so much more also that needs to be done to allow umuntu wesifazane ukuba abe economically free. Ngoba ngiyakholwa ukuthi into eyenza ukuthi sigcina sicindezeleka, ngiyakholelwa ukuthi kusayiyo into yokuthi asinayo economic freedom. But once we get into that space, ngifuna ukuthi nje ngithi kafishane mawubheka nje kwayibona abantu besifazane bebengavumelekile ngaphambilini kuba babe abefundisi noma babe izingceke noma bahole nje baba amakhansela emphakathini. Kodwa manje siyabona ubuhle sibubonayo ukuthi kuyabalansa kuya ngokuya babaningi abantu besifazane abangabaholi kwezenkolo, in businesses women are getting there. Siyakholwa ukuthi we are getting there steady but surely.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, William, Mdluli here is emphasizing on the need of economic freedom for women. She's basically saying that a lot of women are faced with the abuse at home. And unfortunately, the reasoning behind it is that women are still not economically free, and she is calling for the government to try and help these women out of these situations. She is saying that it's very important to have these kinds of celebrations or commemorations in places like this one in KwaMashu, because it reminds women that they can be free from some of the issues that they are faced with. Of course, we're also going to be hearing from the Premier of the province. She is the first Premier of KwaZulu-Natal, woman Premier, should I say, of KwaZulu-Natal. We're going to hear from her some of the things that they've done as government to try and help women in this country. Of course, a lot has been done, like Mdluli said, but unfortunately we're still facing a lot of GBV cases. We're still hearing more about rape. We're still seeing the abuse directed to women in townships like this one. So more needs to be done, like Mdluli said.
Thank you so much for that encouraging conversation. Lethiwe Mdluli live to us in KwaMashu at